Hello, how's everybody doing? Welcome to my third, which is good luck, number 3, yay! My third episode of Technique Tuesday. Today, I am going to share something really fun with you guys. I don't know about y'all, but I loved Scratch-N-Sniff stickers when I was a kid. Or like the little dolls, like my strawberry shortcake, she was my favorite because she smelled like strawberries. But I found some techniques on a website, and one of them was Scratch-N-Sniff. And to be honest, I have never done this before, but when I did, it was pretty awesome. So let me first off tell you what you're gonna need. And I wrote the recipe down here. So you need 1 teaspoon of drink mix and 1.5 teaspoons of clear embossing powder. So the drink mix that I used is just your plain old Kool-Aid here. I got cherry. It comes in, an assortment of flavors. I'm sure we all remember from our childhood. So you're basically going to use the whole packet, but I would measure it anyway just to be on the safe side. And then clear embossing powder. So the one I used is this Wow embossing powder, clear gloss regular. I went through my embossing powders and I wrote the names of them on the lid just because it helps you find them quicker. Okay, so we're going to use that. So you're going to mix those together. And what you're going to get, I'm going to reach off camera and grab it. So you want to get like a little container to put it in. And this is what you get. So let me mix it around with my little spoon here. You get this consistency here, okay? I'm going to tell you, just like I did last week, this is messy. I was doing this before my class on Saturday, and I thought, oh, I'll just do it really quick. And I'm embossing in the bathroom, and when I went to clean it up, it was everywhere. So make sure you wear old clothes. You don't touch this and then touch your face unless you want a red nose like I got. And you are ready to get dirty. So anyway, that's enough of me talking. I always use a tray when I emboss because I am a total slob. So I have to have the tray. I know lots of people can emboss using a piece of paper and they pour it back in. Yeah, that's not me. So this little spoon, pick this little gem up at the dollar store, Dollar Tree. I think it was in their wedding section for, bougie samples or whatever you're getting at a wedding. And then our other tool that we're going to use is the Versamark. Okay, the Versamark ink. This ink is fantastic. Okay, I cannot say enough good things about this. What's really cool about this ink is not only is it great for embossing, but you can use it for stamping it on regular paper, and it'll just give it like a watermark look. It does take a minute to dry. And guys, I have been doing this, I think I told you last week, for like 21 years. This is the only second time that I've bought a Versamark pad, okay? 2 times in 21 years. So this is something that will last. I used to have a Versamark pen, but for the life of me, I couldn't find it. So I was gonna use it on the samples, but anyway, so let's get to it. I'm sorry, I'm so wordy. All right, so first off, the stamp set that I'm using, I'm sorry, this is an old retired one. It's called Sweetest Cherries. I tried to find watermelon flavor because we have a new stamp set that's coming out that has a watermelon on it. And, or no, it was strawberry, excuse me. I tried to find strawberry flavor. Well, apparently strawberry flavored drink mix isn't popular, nor was watermelon. That was one of the other ones. But they did have grape, lemon, orange. Anyway, so I got cherry, knowing that this is retired, so I do apologize. You might be able to find it through some other demonstrators that that are selling theirs, but I've always been I love cherries and I love all the cute little sayings. So this is what I was working with. So let's get started. I'm gonna show you first off what it will do on white paper. Okay, so let me get rid of this. And then, where's my stamp? There it is, okay. So all you're gonna do, and this is awesome. I love being able to teach you guys to emboss today because I have some students who, they're not totally doing it wrong, but there's a right way and a wrong way, kind of. But I'm gonna wipe this first with the embossing buddy. It helps to cut down on the dust, okay? And then we're just gonna put this in my powder here. And I'm gonna do 2 of them, okay? So we'll do one here and one over here. And I forgot to grab the tweezers, so I'll probably burn my fingers, which is, that's part of embossing, is burning yourself and then laughing about it later. So instead of using the spoon, I'm just gonna dump, okay? So I'm just gonna dump this, just like that, okay? Don't be afraid to be aggressive. Yeah, see, it didn't really get it in the middle. So I have to fix that. I have another stamping pad over there, but we'll just roll with this for right now and you guys get the point. So anyway, when you emboss, first off, you wanna make sure that the powder is not in the way so it doesn't blow all over the room. Okay, next off, you're gonna put this down, okay? I'm gonna turn on my embossing gun. My embossing gun broke, it fell, I put it back together. You do wanna use an embossing gun. You don't wanna use your husband's gun, heat gun from the garage because that'll turn out bad. You hear me, Diane Halstead? You hear me? Don't use that one from the garage, okay? Get yourself an embossing gun. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna hold this here, and we're not gonna do this. None of this nonsense, okay? We're just gonna hold it until it starts to turn color, okay? And so what happens is as it dries, you can see the crystals there. That's the drink mix. And that's your scratch and sniff element right there, okay? So I'm gonna turn this over because I didn't, like I said, I didn't use any of tweezers and I don't wanna burn myself. We've all burnt ourselves from time and again. All right, so we have some dead space in the middle and that's my fault for the stamping pad. But as you can see here, you see those little crystals? You're just gonna scratch those and you're gonna sniff it and I promise you it smells like cherries. I know we don't have smell-o-vision, but it will turn out just like this, okay? So now I'm gonna show you one of the cards I made using this, the clear ones, okay? The clear, just on white paper, excuse me. Okay, so I made this card here and I stamped it here and just embossed it and see those granulars there. And then you just pull this like this. And I will try to put the dimensions down in the comment section, so just bear with me on that. Okay, so let me show you a learning experience. I know I'm getting long-winded here, but a learning experience with this stuff, I'm gonna put this aside. I tried to make a background, okay? This is kind of a disaster. The pink, the drink mix kind of spread all over the paper. So this is a happy accident. You could make a background out of it, but me, I went in and washed my hands and I got water on the paper. So that's what happened. So what I did, I'm gonna show you another sample, is I took the cherries that I did make and I glued them down. So these are just cherries that I punched out and I glued them down and I cut out the sweet friend and I put on some doodads and jazzed it up a little bit with some string hair. And the doodads I used, those are holographic resin dots. And those are really pretty. They kind of catch whatever color you're kind of doing. They look green, but they turned out just fine. So anyway, so that's how I did the background. And then I just stamped the stems because I made such a mess. So now I'm gonna show you what it looks like on colored paper. And really quick, I'm gonna go off camera just for a sec and grab a stamp pad. Okay, all right. And this is our little stamping mat. Oops, and it's upside down. I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay, so the next one that I did, I used the pink paper. So I'm gonna bring this back in here and we're gonna stamp it again. And I'll stamp it a couple times. There we go. Now it's turning out better. And this turned out really pretty. And this is just our pretty and pink paper. And like I said, we're just gonna dump. And what's nice with this, because the paper is colored, when you start to emboss, you start to see the difference. And you can see this time I did not use the embossing buddy. I think the color turns out a little bit richer without the embossing buddy because this is like chalk. You put the chalk down and I don't think as much color gets on there. Plus, I ended up punching them all out with the punch. So, okay, you guys ready? So here we go. Remember, no shaking. No, no, no. No shaking. Yeah, there we go. See, look at that sparkle. Oh, so cute. Love it. Love, love, love it. And let's do our other one here. Not burning myself, so that's good. All right, I think we're done. Looks great. So you can see that, you see all the spark. So I love it on the colored paper. I didn't mess around with that till yesterday, but I just thought, oh, it's so pretty. And it actually, it smells, oh yeah, it smells so good. And the mix that you make, it smells really good. So I did a lot of stuff. I'll pull in at the end all of the things that I made with the embossing powder, so you get quite a bit. So if you wanted to make like quite a bit of projects for this, it would be perfect. So let me show you the card I made. And I don't reinvent the wheel. I did a card with this card sketch the last time I used this cherry set. So I just pulled it out and I changed up the paper. And the paper that I used is the Unbound Beauty DSP, and I think that one's on the clearance rack or on the Last Chance Products list. So that's where you can get this paper if there's any of it left. And this sentiment, "You are cherry sweet," that is from our paper pumpkin, lots of puns. So it's a really cute stamp set. And it's got puns, and this is part of our paper pumpkin collection, which is our monthly subscription. But we're not doing that today. We're doing the technique. So there's it on pink colored paper. And lastly, I'm going to do it on red, okay? And this blew my mind because I thought it turned out so pretty. Okay, so here we are again. I'm gonna bring this back in. We're gonna do it on the red, and we'll do a couple. And you know, when you do this kind of stuff, I just went through my scrap box, all my scraps of paper, because you know, we don't throw anything away. And we always say whoever dies with the most paper wins. And so I think I'm in the running. I think I'm in the running for that. And I'm just gonna use my spoon now, scoop it out, just put it on there, you know, and don't be cheap. Make sure you put lots on there so that you get a really good, rich saturation, okay? Now look at that. Now, when you guys, oh my gosh, when it starts to turn, it is amazing. And that's how you know you're done when you're with the embossing, so that you don't burn your things, because you'll kind of see it ripple and it'll change, and the color just comes out so rich with this one. So, all right, let's do our magic. Here we go. Oh, let me move this out of the way so we don't blow it all over the room. Here we go. There we go. Look at that. See it starting to turn? Getting a little sparkly. Try the other one. Now look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. Ah! And for those of you who don't know me well, red is my favorite color. So I'm so excited. So look at all the sparkle, okay? So fun. So I'm going to show you the card I made. This, I cased it off the internet. I think one of our artisan design teams did it. I don't remember her name, so if I don't give you credit, I'm sorry. But I have this cherries embossing folder in my stash. And you can kind of see here where I got some of the pink on there, but I don't think it's really bothersome. But I just used the cherry builder punch, which is right here, okay? And made this card with it. It says "Sweet Birthday Wishes." So, and hopefully the camera's picking up all that sparkle. And then it smells fantastic. It just smells so good. So, okay, now I'm gonna pull in all of the stuff that I made, because I made quite a bit. So I have all of these, and I still have a whole bunch of drink mix left. So like I was saying, this will give you guys, you'll have plenty, more than enough. So if you can find different flavors like blueberry or strawberry or anything, give it a try. And don't forget your recipe, it's right here, okay? And I would like to thank you guys all for watching again, and I apologize for being long-winded, but this is so fun. I am so glad that I started doing this, mainly because it gives me some fresh ideas and revisiting old techniques that maybe we need to get them out again. You know, and something like this is fun, especially if you have little kids or big kids like us who loved the Scratch-N-Sniff stickers. So please leave me a comment below. Tell me which one's your favorite. Please like and share my videos and all that handy dandy YouTube stuff or Facebook stuff. And thanks for watching. And I will see you next week for more fun, okay? Everybody have a great day. Okay, bye-bye.